This is our heat press, as most of you all know. So it is all switched on. It's got a timer at the back, which has all been preset. Switched on. If the red light is on, that means that the heat press is on. After 2 hours, the heat press is switched off. But you need to make sure that you always press a 2-hour time slot to make sure that it's working. So today, what I'm going to show you is how to bond Lycra together. And there's Lycra along here, and this is pin dot. So paper, and it's got the rough side, which is the sticky side. We're going to actually place that sticky side face down onto the wrong side of the Lycra. So this is block fusing. So you need to make sure that sticks together. We're going to apply the print Lycra on top of the blue. So press that nice and flat. Hopefully it doesn't. And then drop that until about 5 seconds. You'll hear the sound. You need to do this about 3 times to get a proper finish. So all you need to do, lift that once, drop it again so it doesn't move and your fabric doesn't move. Make sure that the rough side is facing down. Raise that, do it one more time. Just make sure you don't cause the fire alarm to go off because there are fumes. So you release that. Just wave that about a few times. And what I'm going to do is actually peel. Make sure you don't burn yourself. Peel that away. And you can see there is the sticky side on that fabric. Place that on top. Make sure it's nice and flat. Do it a couple of times and that should heat set together. Drop both of them. So you can do it 2 or 3 times just to make sure it's heat set properly. Release, drop it down again. And don't make sure that the temperature is not more than obviously 200 is the highest, but don't do it at 200. As I said, fumes can actually set off the fire alarm. So shake that around, let that cool off. Ooh, it's rolled. Ouch, it's hot. So once that's cooled, it's actually bonded. So I'll let that sit for a little bit while. I'll move it here so it's not hot. And so this is Lycra on Lycra. And as you can see, it's still got a bit of the stretch in it, and it's actually got no sticky, often when you see infusing on top of your fabric. So this is block fusing and bonding 2 pieces of fabric if you wish. So that's Lycra on Lycra. So now we're putting jersey on jersey. I've got a black cotton jersey and the edges will roll. Make sure you give it a good press, but because it's jersey, it will roll. This is the pin dot. So this pin dot you can purchase at Greenfields. I think it's about $20 a metre, but it's 150 wide. I prefer this than over Visavix, but it's your choice because it actually moulds and sits quite well when you're bonding 2 different fabrics together. So drop the same process, and I'm going to add a striped fabric onto the plain black jersey. So release that, drop it again. So you only need to just lift that twice. Don't worry about lifting the left-hand side. Raise it. Just let the fumes, because they're there, and you just heel back. Just be careful not to burn yourself. And with the black on the jersey, you can actually see where the glue side is. So we're going to heat press this together. Bond them. So if you are going to be working on a garment, you're going to have something contrasting, you always need to do a sample first and test it. Make sure you do have like a pressing cloth over the top. You don't want any glue to be stuck on the actual base of the heat press. So use your hands, make sure that's nice and flat. And obviously you can cut your pattern piece in what fabric you've chosen. So drop that down. Do it twice, I think is fine. Raise and then drop it again for about 15 seconds, 10-15 seconds. Release it and just making sure you don't burn yourself. And then you have your black cotton jersey with a stripe. So if you wanted to bond your fabric together, that just shows you jersey on jersey as well as lycra on lycra. So the pin dot, great, it's a great fusing, especially if you want to bond fabric together. You can do cutouts and you actually bond something onto your fabric. You can embroider, add the pin dot. So, and as you can see, the stretch, it's still got the stretch which is across your body. With lycra, it's a 4-way stretch. So there you go.